to another video.
Thanks Sasha for doing such a lovely intro. Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today's video I am doing my wrap-up for August, my reading wrap-up, and my TBR for September. The reason why I'm doing this all in one video is because I had a really bad reading month in August. I only managed to read 3 books. Granted, 2 of them were absolutely humongous, so I read like, I don't know, I'd say about 1,500 pages in total. But because I've been heavily in edits with my own book and heavily working with Off Tones Publishing, because it's nearly our 2 year and we're very, very busy, which is very, very amazing. So I managed to read 3 books and I thought I'd quickly review them for you, and then I'm going to be going on to my TBR for September, so stick around. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button and see if we can get to 400 thumbs up, and I look forward to chatting with you in the comments down below. Let's go! So I feel like I'm going to separate this into the shit book, the good book, and the shit book. I didn't have the best reading month. I literally read 1 book that I enjoyed, so let's get on with it. I'm going to start off with Stephanie Perkins' There's Someone Inside Your House. Now, just a pre-premise, since I've been learning to edit and editing with an editor, I've learned a lot about writing and what to do and what not to do. And obviously a lot of it is also preference, and I'm now starting to learn my own preference when it comes to writing. So when I've been reading books, I've been very critical, but now I'm like extra critical. So you might see in my upcoming videos that I review books not with the best ratings, because suddenly I'm looking at parts of books that I never looked at before, like dialogue and like transitions, and now I know about them, I'm obviously a bit more in tune with them. So There's Someone Inside Your House. First off, I want to say that I feel like this book was marketed completely wrong. Yes, it's a horror, but There's Someone Inside Your House, it kind of gave me the impression that it would be set in a house, and it just wasn't always set in a house. Yeah, it's kind of about this, basically it's about this serial killer going around killing people, and not all the murders are in a house, so I'm a bit like, I have so many questions, to be honest, after reading this, and I thought the dialogue was a bit funny and a bit funky and a bit off. I feel like it could have been more fast-paced. I wasn't scared, it didn't freak me out, which I was really hoping for. It didn't even make me laugh, to be honest, which again, it's Scream Queen, so it's supposed to be scary and funny, and it just didn't, I didn't get that. I just really didn't get that. Now, this is my first Stephanie Perkins books. I've not read the contemporary series, and I won't be reading it because I just don't really fancy reading 3 books in a series about a girl and a boy. Don't fancy reading straight romance. Sorry, not here for it today. So yeah, unfortunately, I mean, this was, I think I gave it a 2 or 3 star. Let me just get my Goodreads, because I really don't want to mess this up. I don't want to mess this up and say that I got the wrong thing, because I've done that before. And I'm not here for being dragged today. Yeah, I rated this a 2 stars. I didn't enjoy the dialogue. Also with writing, I have a preference of not saying he said, she said all the time. I like it sometimes, don't get me wrong. I think actually sometimes it's quite good to put it in there to filter out. You don't always want to be coming up with different ways of people saying it. It's quite nice in fast scenes, I think, just to have he said or whatever. But when it's a whole page of dialogue, not having it, not here for it. So unfortunately, it's a 2 star from me. I'm sad about that. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one because it is a better review, and I want to pre-premise saying I read Zenith by Sasha and Lindsay Cummings. Now, a lot of you are going to be thinking I'm either being paid to review this book, which is not true. Yes, I am very good friends with Sasha, best friends with Sasha. I absolutely adore the girl, but we had a conversation before I read this, and you can ask her. I've had numerous FaceTimes with her, and we spoke about this. I said, I'm reading the book, I'm going to be honest, like I am with everything. I just don't want to ruin our friendship, and she was completely 100% on board, and of course she would be. She's like, it's a book, you're allowed to be critical, I want you to be critical, I want you to be honest. And I went in a bit nervous to start with, honestly, because I didn't want to upset her, but I have an obligation to you guys to being honest. Thank fuck I enjoyed this book. I'm gonna just say it. Thank fuck. I think I'm rating it about 4 to 4.5 stars, and the reason beings are as follows. Now, this is basically a space opera. It is basically Star Wars in space and all the good bits. It's about a group of an all-girls crew on a ship, and they basically, the main girl Andy is called the Bloody Baroness, and she goes around and she basically kills people and tries to get money that way and survive, and she is a recluse and she's been banned from her planet, and you find out why in the book. I'm not going to spoil it. This is a very fast-paced action book. It does not feel like you're reading 500 pages. It really didn't. Guaranteed, I read it over, granted I read it over about a week period because I am busy with edits. Every time I actually wanted to pick this one up compared to the other 2 books, and the next one you'll see, I actually wanted to pick this one up, and I enjoyed messaging Sasha, letting her know I enjoyed it. Now, I thought the dialogue was brilliant. Each character really has their own personality, which I think is awesome. I really liked the planet system. I think that's really interesting. The way that they talk about present, past, and future, I really liked. I loved the scenes of the past. I loved the scenes of the future, and this is a multi-point of view novel. So it's on different points of views. There's like 5 points of view, maybe more, of different characters in this, all in different planets planets and also on the same ship as well, and I just thought that added to it very, very well. My favourite characters in this, which I want you guys to look out for, is Valen, I loved, Nor, I loved, Lyra and Lon, who I love, and Dex. They're my favourite characters in this. I said Nor, didn't I? And Nor's mum, but I'm not going to say much about it otherwise. So yeah, I did enjoy this book, and I don't want you guys to think I'm only saying that because Sasha's my friend, and I'm not here to just lie and to make people happy. I enjoyed this book. Could there be things different? Yeah, with every book I read, there could be things different. There are so many lines in this I enjoyed. I even print screened one on my phone, and I can't read it because it gives a spoiler away, but they've got great lines in here, great quotable lines. So yes, I enjoyed this. No, I'm not just saying that, and I hope you give it a try and pick it up. Next, on to a 3-star read, and that is City of Brass by, now I'm going to butcher this, the author's name is quite literally not on the front, not on the spine, and it's not on the back. Guys, come on. You want me to open the first? The author's name deserves to be on the front of the book, no matter how bad I think the book is. Okay, so this is from S.A. Chakraborty, and this is a reminiscent of the Golem and the Genie, An Ember in the Ashes, 1001 Nights. Now, I've read An Ember in the Ashes, and that's the only one out of those I've read. This is basically, right, so the reason why I liked it is because of the start. I loved the start. I loved this whole idea of this very mystical, magical world about a girl who has these powers. She doesn't really understand it. She doesn't know her heritage. You know that the whole trope. I love that trope. I love that trope. That's one of my favourite tropes. And it's about her basically escaping as these demons come and try and attack her after she summoned something, and the something she summoned, she escapes the city with to go and find the main place in this Davabad, the City of Brass. That's where they're trying to go to, because that is a place full of magical beings. Now in this, what I liked is the mythical magical. I love the mythical magical, okay? The magic system in this was amazing. I love the different creatures for the different elements. That was incredible. It was very fast paced to begin with, and then it slowed down, and I just couldn't grasp it. I just couldn't connect with it. It was just so many long paragraphs and long chapters, and I just don't know, I lost interest, and there's numerous different reasons for why I lost interest, and I just want to premise, guys, the beginning is really good. Like, the beginning for me is really, really good. It was fast paced, it had enough magic, it had enough mystery. It really intrigued me, and I thought this was going to be one of my favourite books. And then it just dragged and dragged and dragged, and there were so many massive gaps between big action and a lot of dialogue, which was very political dialogue. Now, I believe this is adult fiction, although on Goodreads I'm sure it says YA. If it's YA, it's very confusing for a YA. If it's adult fiction, I kind of understand the extra detail. That's all I'm going to say about this one. City of Brass, great concept. I think a lot of you guys would really like this one, especially if you like high fantasy. I love high fantasy personally, but for me, I didn't connect. Just too long. Too long, too much complicated dialogue, too many politics. Talks. I'm not here for it. Okay, I'm not here for it. So there we go. There is my wrap up. My most negative wrap up I think I've ever made on this channel. Go and check out these books. I'll leave all of them linked down below. Of course, read them. Find out what you think about yourself. I actually want you guys to message me down below saying that you enjoyed this, enjoyed this. I want to hear what you guys think. Do you have different opinions than me? Let me know in the comments. Now moving on to the September TBR. I've picked out 4 books because it is a big month in September. We have 2 book releases with Off Tomes, Her and New World Inferno, both up for pre-order right now. And also the Off Tomes 2nd year birthday is happening. So for those who don't know what Off Tomes is, by the way, if you're watching, I run a publishing company, a small micro press, and go check it out. Go to the offtones.com. Check it out. So anyway, we've got some books here. Now I'm going to start off with this one because I am hosting a read-along in September with Off Tome, and that is for Trapped in Silver by Emily Soudan. Now everyone that reads this either says that it's like A Court of Thorns and Roses or they don't mention it. But I'm going to be just letting you know, guys, this has the remnants of A Court of Thorns and Roses, but without the Fae, but add in demons and berserkers. Now demons in this story are good characters. They aren't demons like bad demons. These are demons that are almost Fae-like. They're magical beings. And then you have the berserkers, which are these demons, but possessed by dark power. And it's about a girl called Ava who is thrown into the mix between these 2 warring races because her brother is taken by the berserkers. Does he want to be there? Does he not? You'll have to read and find out. Throughout the entire month of September, Off Tomes is hosting a read-along, and we have almost like 200 people joining, which is really quite amazing. So definitely go and pick this up. You can get it on Amazon, Depository, all that good stuff. You can get the ebook, which is on sale currently. And just join in if you want to read a fantasy book. The sequel, Lost in Darkness, boosh, is coming out next year in February. So you want to get into the series. I promise you, you want to get into the series. Next, I'm reading another fantasy, The Last Namasara by Kristen Cirielli. Butchered it. I believe this is about dragons. It's about Asher, who is a dragon slayer. That's all I know. I want to read this because I like dragons. In my book that I'm currently writing, there aren't dragons, but there are Dragori, which you have the guys. You got to read the book when it comes out soon. Oh, I nearly gave it away. You got to read the book to find out what a Dragori is. But yes, I'm going to read this one, The Last Namasara. I believe fantasy. I'm just excited. I'm excited. Basically about a girl who's a dragon slayer and she needs to kill a dragon to get redemption and unite her father's fractured kingdom. I'm here for it. Next I'm going to be reading The Beast is an Animal by Peternelli Van Arsdale. Butchered that one. I wonder how you could do tally in my video to see how many names I butcher. But this I believe is based on a folk tale or based on a nursery rhyme, and it's about a girl who witnessed these soul eaters come into her village and kill people, and she's the only one that saw it, so people think she's a witch, and she basically, it's up to her to find out what's been going on in her village. I've actually been wanting to read this one for about half a year now, and I was kindly sent this copy by the publisher, Simon & Schuster, so I'm going to be diving the hell into it. And I love this cover. What an absolute brilliant cover design. Whoever did this is brilliant. Guys, last but not least, I'm starting the Cinder series. Boo! The Lunar Chronicles series, sorry. I'm starting Cinder by Marissa Meyer. It's the first Marissa Meyer book I've read, and I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. Bring it on. I feel like I need more spacey type stuff, more technology after reading Zenith, so Sasha said, well, read Cinder, because that's kind of like that, and I will. And I don't need to tell you what this is about, because I obviously don't know what it's about. I think it's a Cinderella retelling? A Snow White retelling? Cinderella retelling, hence the name. Cinderella retelling, but like technology sci-fi? Yes, please. So there you have it. There is my video. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know in the comments down below what you're going to be reading in September and how many books you read in August. Apart from that, all the books mentioned in this video will be linked down below, and I will see you all again very soon for another video. P.S. It's a writing tip one with a New York Times bestselling author. It's coming out soon. Thanks, guys. Bye!